Emily, you're outside of Sanford Stadium. Even the Coach Kirby said the fans really help push them over the edge. The noise, the support, the fan base, they mean everything to them.
I mean, can you hear them right now? I hear it every Saturday, whether it's here in Athens or on the road. They show up. They know how to travel. Watch them. They've been waiting for this for quite some time. I am right outside of the stadium. Take a look at my vantage point. But on the other side of the street, that's where the dog walk will happen. So people right now are lined up, waiting to watch the Dogs walk through to the stadium from up above. They have a vantage point from above. The street underneath is exactly where the players will be walking. And Sean, you mentioned Kirby Smart. He's now 66-15 in 6 seasons here in Athens. That 66th win was the best for him in 5 tries. It took him 5 tries against Alabama, but the 5th one was the charm. And hey, they snapped a 7-game losing streak against Alabama. So they're feeling good entering the stadium today to celebrate the national championship. Sir, what's your name?
That's Juan Daniels.
And how you feeling today, Juan?
I'm feeling awesome. This is unbelievable. I can't even believe that this is even taking place. So I played here a long time ago. I used to have the leather helmet on way back in the day. So to actually come back here and see something so amazing, 41 years of just, turmoil, trouble, now it's finally here. So we did it.
You mentioned the turmoil, the frustration. Was it worth it in the end?
Absolutely. Even watching the game, we just wanted to have that situation where please don't let us down again. Don't do this again. Don't have that trouble. But we did it. We made it. We made it happen. So it's great.
And as a former player, how do you feel about Stetson Bennett? He had to take so much grief, so much criticism. I was one of them, but he pulled it off in the end.
I mean, he did great. I mean, I had an opportunity to play with a guy that was a walk-on. His name is Matt Dixon, one of my good friends. And for him to be a walk-on, then have an opportunity to have a scholarship, he was just as important to our team as anybody else was. And so Stetson Bennett actually had that resolve and showed that, he belonged here and he did everything he needed to do to be a national champion.
And I just mentioned head coach Kirby Smart, what he's been able to do in 6 short seasons, winning a national championship for this team, this program. He played here. It means so much to him. In your opinion, what has he been able to do for this program?
He's turned it around. I mean, he said that, you're either a leader or you're not. And I fortunately had the opportunity to play with Kirby, and he wasn't very good back then. So it's always nice to see him go and just turn the Georgia program around and do something awesome, though. I love you, Kirby.
You got to dog him out as a player.
Yes, I do. Of course. Absolutely.
So you played with Muschamp as well?
Yes, I did. Muschamp, Mike Bobo. So we had a great group of guys that were here. We unfortunately weren't able to put it together and make a run for a national championship. But to see the pedigree of players that played during that time and then to actually go and be elite coaches is absolutely awesome.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Can I get a go Dogs?
Yes, go Dawg.
See what happens, guys. Fans excited, former players excited. This is what today's all about. And the team, those players, those coaches sacrifice so much of their time, their bodies, to be able to play on Saturdays and feel this energy, and that's exactly what they'll feel in a completely sold-out stadium very, very soon. I'm here for you all day. I'll bring you every step of the way throughout this street, outside the stadium, the dog walk. Stick with us, guys. I'm going to send it back to you, Sean, Rick, Fred.
It looks like a lot of fun. And Fred, you saw Emily speaking to Juan. You
Daniels.
Recognized him.
I saw Juan Daniels. I went, Juan Daniels, holy cow, man. Well, Juan's like me. We're both old, see? So, I remember Juan. Man, number 12, wide receiver.
Leather helmet days, Fred. Leather helmet days.
No, he was number 12.
How many former players will probably be at the celebration today when they all go inside of the stadium and start chatting? Besides seeing the players who won the championship, do you expect a lot of former players to show up as well, Fred?
I do. I think you're going to see a lot of the guys come back because it is, kind of a brotherhood, if you will. A lot of those guys played with Kirby Smart, and that's another thing. Buck Bellew talked about having a Georgia man as the head coach of the University of Georgia. And that's important to the Bulldog Nation. And for Kirby to come back and to coach these guys into the national championship and win it. He took them to the national championship game just, a few short years ago. Was it 2018 right there? So, they've been in it twice since Kirby has been the head coach, and they won it. And they beat Alabama, and now they're back on top of the college football world. And I think it means to the world, to the Bulldog Nation, that they have a Bulldog as the head coach of the football team, no doubt about it.